published 9:19 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 13th of May 2018, updated 10:31 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 13th of May 2018 to call Celtic dispassionate observers would be pushing it. Yet this was a rare home defeat to Aberdeen Scotland's champions could live with. Andrew Considine's strike 2 minutes into the second half earned the Pittodrie side the first league win at Parkhead since October 2004, removing a little of the gloss from the presentation of the SPFL trophy to the home team. Yet the damage it did to any lingering hope of arch-rivals Rangers completing a last-day lunch for second place made this an oddly agreeable defeat for Celtic support. A strange loose-win scenario. A time-up Aberdeen's joy was unbridled. A little too unbridled from Shay Logan, the Dons fullback red-carded at the final whistle for a run-in with Celtic players Mikael Lustig and Dedrick Boyata, followed by some chest-beating exuberance in front of the home support. A bizarre end to Aberdeen's first league win at Celtic Park since October 2004, the satisfaction was only heightened by a late Hibs equaliser on a day of bedlam and mayhem. Another day in the tempestuous world of Scottish football. Aberdeen beat Celtic at Parkhead on Sunday to seal second place in the Scottish Premiership. Andrew Considine fired Aberdeen into a surprise lead with fierce left-foot shot on 47 minutes. Considine celebrated while his delighted teammates chased after him at Parkhead in Glasgow. Celtic: Bain, Lustig, Boyata, Aja, Tierney, Sinclair 53, Brown, Rogic, Encham, Armstrong 68, McGregor, Forrest, Dembele, Griffiths 52, subs, De Vries, Hendry, Simunovic, Roberts, Booked, McGregor, Brown, Beher, Aberdeen, Lewis, Logan, O'Connor, Considine, Reynolds, Shinney, McLean, Stewart, Campbell 66, Ball, Mackay, Stephen, May 85, Cosgrove, Rooney 72, subs, Woodman, Anderson, Arnason, right goal, Considine 47, Booked, McLean, Shinney, Zantoff, Logan. After full time, the difference between second and third can be measured in terms of a £320,000 bonus for the team from the Granite City. Yet the financial impact is outweighed by the satisfaction of splitting the Glasgow two and securing the runner-up spot for a fourth successive year. So often criticised for their inability to beat Celtic and Rangers, this was a nifty time to silence the critics. The misfortune of Rangers has never been a source of mourning for Celtic or Aberdeen, and that made this an oddly fluctuating and surreal day at times. Events took a curious turn after 22 minutes when use of 3 early goals for Hibernian prompted an impromptu celebration from both sets of supporters. The party atmosphere was sullied soon enough. By half-time Rangers were level, the impact comparable to a bucket of cold sick being poured over 60,000 supporters on a sunny day. The first half ended to an atmosphere more suited to a terse, goalless battle of wills between one team with an eye on next weekend's Scottish Cup final. Another confused by the wildly fluctuating mood swings of their own supporters. Before this game, Aberdeen knew they had to match better the Rangers' scoreline from Easter Road. Wisely, they tried to take matters into their own hands. John Stewart's late goal 14 years ago represented a historical curiosity, the last winning strike in a league game for the Pittodrie team at Celtic Park. A run of 25 defeats since then has to end sometime. From an Aberdeen perspective, this was a fine day to do it. They set about the task with some vigour. Greg Stewart rattled the Celtic crossbar with a deft curling free kick from a yard outside the area after 9 minutes. Seconds later, Florian Camberry put Hibs ahead from the penalty spot at Easter Road, the cheers of the Don support providing a live score alert. Against expectation, Brendan Rodgers fielded a strong starting 11, resisting any temptation to rest players in preparation for a tilt at a second consecutive domestic treble at Aberdeen next Saturday. Moussa Dembele and Kieran Tierney were withdrawn in a cautionary move after 52 minutes. The Frenchman twice came closest to giving Celtic the lead when he strong-armed his way past Anthony O'Connor, bursting into the area to test Joe Louis with an angled side-footed effort. Defender Considine has scored 4 goals for Aberdeen in the Scottish Premiership this term. Celtic's players looked frustrated as their Aberdeen counterparts huddled together on Sunday. Aberdeen goalkeeper Joe Louis, left, produced a superb performance too. Keep a clean sheet in 24 minutes. The coveted forward was denied by a brilliant O'Connor block tackle after a fine piece of control on his chest and a shot heading for the bottom corner. The half-time statistics told a tale of Celtic dominance, the home team enjoying 66% possession. With Hibs 3-0 up, the stalemate was fine for Aberdeen. As the incredible news of a Rangers equaliser came through at the interval, things were becoming a little close for comfort. The opening goal after 47 minutes, then, was just what the visitors needed, the impact akin to a shot of adrenaline. Kenny McLean, playing his last game for the club, showed drive and determination to battle his way into the penalty area, laying the ball off for the unmarked Andrew Considine. What the defender was doing there in the first place is a valid question. Driving a low left-foot shot into the net through the body of Celtic keeper Scott Bain, Aberdeen can be glad he was. Aberdeen's joy was curtailed, again, by the news from Edinburgh. Celtic boss Brendan Rodgers, right, and Aberdeen manager Derek McInnes watched on. Celtic supporters paid tribute to captain and midfielder Scott Brown and displayed banners as Rangers claimed an incredible 4th goal at Easter Road. They knew now they had to win. They had to resist everything Celtic threw the way. The introduction of Scott Sinclair, Lee Griffiths and Stuart Armstrong suggested the home team were keen to place professional pride before the doing down of Rangers. In Glasgow it doesn't take much to spark a conspiracy, yet the truth is this. Celtic didn't need to win this game, but they certainly wanted to. Olivier Ntkam's last contribution was a fizzing right-foot low strike, spilled by Don's keeper Joe Louis. Callum McGregor looked odds-on to slam the equaliser into the net from 8 yards until O'Connor once again made a heroic intervention with a superb block tackle. The Irishman had a fine game here. Louis threw himself across goal to prevent an England-style free kick from 20 yards finding its way in at the left-hand post. Aberdeen's keeper was the difference again moments later, denying Griffiths the leveller with a downward header at the back post from an Armstrong cross. The scenes at the final whistle, as Logan contrived to snatch a red card from the jaws of a heroic win, failed to wreck Aberdeen's improbable triumph. After the match, Celtic's players returned from the dressing room to lift the Premiership trophy. Hoops manager Rodgers waved to supporters at Parkhead during the trophy presentation.